I didn't hear glass break. I didn't see anyone run. I only realized later that the sound I noticed when I opened the door wasn't the apartment settling. Someone was already inside. At the time, I was living alone in a ground floor apartment at the back of an old building. One bedroom, a narrow hallway, windows that never quite locked the way they should have. I worked late shifts and usually got home after midnight. By then, the building was asleep. No footsteps, no TVs, no doors opening and closing. That night felt quieter than usual, not peaceful, just empty. When I unlocked the door, I paused. I couldn't have explained why if someone had asked me. It wasn't fear, just a moment where my hand stopped moving. I heard something. Like someone adjusting their position so they wouldn't be noticed. It came from inside the apartment. I stood there with the door half open, listening. Nothing followed. No footsteps, no movement. I told myself it was pipes, or air pressure, or my imagination filling in the silence. I stepped inside and locked the door. The lights were off, just as I'd left them. My shoes were still by the door. My bag was still on the chair. Everything looked right. Then I noticed the bedroom door. It was open. I always closed it before leaving. I stopped in the hallway and listened again. That's when I heard breathing. Not fast, not panicked, slow, deliberate, coming from the bedroom. I didn't move toward the sound. I reached behind me and turned off the hallway light. The apartment went completely dark. I stood there, barely breathing myself. The sound stopped, not gradually, instantly, as if whoever was inside had realized I was listening too. That silence felt heavier than the breathing had. Intentional. I don't remember opening the door. I only remember being outside, barefoot, the door not quite shut behind me, my phone shaking in my hand. I walked until I reached a lit street and sat down, pretending to scroll so I wouldn't draw attention. When the police searched the apartment later, they didn't find anyone, but the bedroom window was open, and there was a footprint on the inside sill. Nothing was stolen. Nothing was damaged. The officer said it was likely someone who had been inside before I got home and left when they realized I was there. He said it like it was ordinary. I moved out 2 weeks later. Even now, I pause before turning on lights in dark rooms, because once I didn't walk in on someone breaking in. I walked in on someone who was already there.